Hello students, in our last class we have discussed the topic inheritance of one gene, class 12th biology chapter 5th. Today we are going to discuss the topic dihybrid cross. So let us discuss dihybrid cross. So what is the meaning of di? Di means two. And what is the meaning of mono? Mono means single. So in monohybrid cross we have discussed only one character at a single time. So only one character. So in last video we have discussed that plant height. So that is the character. So what we have taken, the character, that is the plant height, and the plant is tall or dwarf. So these are the two traits we can say. So that character we have taken in monohybrid cross. And what was the ratio of monohybrid cross in F1 generation and in F2 generation? In F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio that was 3:1 and the genotypic ratio that was 1:2:1. So now let us discuss the dihybrid cross. So di means two. So if we are taking the two character at a single time, so here we can take the seed color and the shape of the seed. So in case of which plant? Pisum sativum, because Mendel selected pea plant for his experiment, and in pea plant, in our last video we have taken the 7 characters. What are the 7 characters and what are the 7 traits? So that we discussed. So out of those 7 character, we can take the 2 character, that is the seed color and the shape of the seed. So out of the seed color and the seed shape, there are the some dominant character and some recessive character. So what are the dominant? Which are expressed in the F1 generation, and what are recessive? Which are not expressed in the F1 generation. So here we can take the seed color. So the yellow color, that is the dominant, and the green color, that is the recessive. And what is the, you can say the shape, the round is the round shape, that is the dominant, and the wrinkled, that is the recessive. Here one thing that should be clear in your mind, that for yellow I am taking Y, capital Y, and for the recessive character there should be the green color, so I am not taking G here. So if we are just taking the small letter and the capital letter, so then there will be no confusion. So for the capital for the dominant character and the small letter for the recessive character. So here the dominant character, that is the yellow color, and the green color, that is for the small y. Here also the shape, that is the round, that is the dominant, and the small r, that is for the wrinkled. So that is the 2 character we have taken. So now let us draw this dihybrid cross. So for this dihybrid cross, firstly we have to write the parent. So parent, there are the 2, father and the mother. So in case of father, the phenotype. Phenotype means the observable characters, and these terms that also we discussed. So these terms are very important and we have done so that we can understand this cross in a very good way. So phenotype, that is the father, the phenotype of the father is round and yellow. So both the means the round, that is the shape, and yellow, that is the color of the seed, that is the dominant character. And in case of mother, the wrinkled and green, these both are the recessive characters. Next, the genotype. So for round, I am writing here capital R, and for yellow, capital Y, and for the wrinkled, small r, and the small y. So here what we can say, the round and yellow, wrinkled and green. Now the gametes. So what type of gametes are formed here? Only the two types of gametes. In first case, capital R and capital Y. Because if we can take any combination, only one type of gamete is there. So there should be no confusion. I am taking only one gamete here. So that is the capital R and capital Y. Why at the place of gamete I am writing the two letter here? Because there are the four letter in the genotype, and for the gamete two letters should be there. If there are in case of monohybrid cross, we have done the genotype, that capital T, then only the gamete is the capital T and the capital T, separate gamete is there. So because here the four are there, so I am writing here capital R and capital Y. Then the second gamete, small r and small y. So what will be the F1 generation, the first filial generation, that if we cross both these, so what will be there? Firstly capital R, then small r, capital Y, small y. So that is the genotype of F1 generation. So this is the genotype. So what will be the phenotype of these? So because capital R is dominant over small r and capital Y is dominant over small y, so this plant is round and yellow because R is dominant over small r and capital Y is dominant over small y, and capital R, that is for the round, and the capital Y, that is for the yellow. So we can say all seeds are round and yellow, means the shape that is round, and what is the color? That is the yellow color. So we can say in F1 generation all the plants are round and yellow. But in dihybrid growth, the F2 generation is very important. So now let us discuss the F2 generation. For F2 generation, firstly we have to take the parent. So parent, that will be the F1 generation. So in the progeny of the F1 generation, that is capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. So if we are doing the selfing here, so the parent is capital R, capital Y, small y. Both the parents are same. We are doing the selfing here. So the gametes. Now, how you can make the gamete? So there are the four types of gamete are formed here. How you can make? Firstly, you can choose this capital R and capital Y. So I am writing here capital R and capital Y. Then again you can take capital R and small y. So capital R, small y. Second, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. So like this you can write gamete here. And in the second case also, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. So these are the gametes for F2 generation. After that we can draw it with the help of the Punnett scale. So we can draw the box, and in this box then we will write the progeny of F2 generation. So now let us discuss this box, or we can say that is the Punnett scale. So in this Punnett scale, on the upper side also we can write the gamete, and that is the capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y, and the same type of gametes are written also here. So now how you can write here? Firstly, if you are writing here, you can think both these. So what you have to write? Capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. In second case, capital R, capital Y, not Y firstly. Firstly you will write the R letter. So capital R, and capital Y, small y. Then capital R, small r, then capital Y, then also capital Y, capital R, then small r, capital Y, small y. So like this you can fill all the boxes. Here also capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. If I am writing here, so I have to think both these, capital R, these two. Then capital R, small y, capital R, then small r, capital Y, small y. Writing this, we have to understand one thing, that firstly we are writing the capital letter, then we will write the small letter. So here capital R, then capital R or small r, small y. Here also you can write capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, small r, capital Y, and the small r, capital Y, small y. Here also capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, then small y, small r, capital Y, small y, small r, small y. So that is the generation, F2 generation. And in this F2 generation, what will be the ratio? So try to understand this ratio. We have to remind one thing. Then what was the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation of monohybrid cross? So that ratio was 3:1. And in dihybrid cross, what in F2 generation, to get the phenotypic ratio, we have to just do the square of 3:1. So that ratio is 9:3:1. So how we can find out this is 9:3:1? So we can write it with the one symbol. So 9 are, we can say, round and yellow. 9 are round and yellow. So this round and yellow, okay, because capital R, capital Y, that also round and yellow, because this capital Y is dominant over small y. So this is round and yellow. This is also round and yellow. This is also round and yellow. What is it? Round and yellow. That is round and green. For round and green, round and green, we can take the positive sign. So that is round and green. That is also round and yellow. That is round and green. That is round and yellow. That is also round and yellow. It is wrinkled yellow. So for, you can say, wrinkled and yellow, we can take the another symbol, negative. So wrinkled yellow. It is wrinkled yellow? No. Wrinkled, yes, because capital Y is there, na? So wrinkled yellow. It is also wrinkled yellow. It is round and yellow. It is round and green, and for the round and green, positive sign is there. And it is wrinkled and yellow, and it is wrinkled green. So for wrinkled and green, I am giving the sign percentage. So that is the percentage for the wrinkled and green. So now you can count. There are the 9 are round and yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 are the round and yellow. Then how many are the round and green? There are the 3. So you can count 1, 2, 3. And wrinkled and yellow, that are also 3. 1, 2, 3. And wrinkled and green, only 1. That is the 1. So what is the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation of dihybrid cross, that is 9:3:3:1. I think you understood. After that, the genotypic ratio. So what was the genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross? So the genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross was 1:2:1. What was there? What we have taken there? We have taken the plant height there. So the ratio was like that: capital T, then capital T, small t, capital T, small t, and then small t, small t. So what was the ratio? One is pure tall, two are the hybrid tall, and third, that is the dwarf. So that was the ratio of monohybrid cross. This is the genotypic ratio. So here also the genotypic ratio of dihybrid cross. For that we have to scale it. So 1:2:1. We have to scale it. So what will be the genotypic ratio? 1:2:1. Then 2:4:2:1:2:1. So how you can learn this? For that, how you can understand? Firstly, if you are doing the scale, firstly you have to write these three: 1, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, and 1. Then you scale. So 2 into 1, 2. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 2, then 2. So 2, 4, 2. Then again you have to write 1, 2, 1. So that is the genotypic ratio of dihybrid cross. So that is the genotypic ratio of dihybrid cross. So that is we have discussed dihybrid cross. So what is dihybrid cross? In dihybrid cross, we can take only two character at a single time. So what we have taken? We have taken the color of the seed and the shape of the seed. So what was the color? Yellow. And the shape of the seed, that is the yellow. That is the you can say the round and yellow. So both we have taken, and the recessive, that is the wrinkled and the green. So these two characters we have taken. So it is known as dihybrid cross. So you can draw this cross. You can take any other example like the plant height and the flower color or the flower position, the pod shape and the pod color. So different character. Out of those 7 characters, if you take any character, then also the ratio will remain same. So firstly the F1 generation, then the F2. So in the F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio is 9:3:3:1, and the genotypic ratio, that was 1:2:1, then 2:4:2:1:2:1. And if you are taking the trihybrid cross, then also you have to just that 3 will be there. Okay, so that is dihybrid cross. Thank you. Okay, now let us discuss the other example of dihybrid cross. So here we can take the plant height. So what we have to take here? Plant height and shape of seed. So plant height, the dominant character, that is the tallness, so capital T, and the shape of the seed, that is the round. And the second character, the plant height, dwarfness, and the wrinkled shape. Round shape, that is the dominant, and the wrinkled shape, that is the recessive. So by taking this character also you can draw the dihybrid cross. So after understanding the dihybrid cross, you can take any other example of out of those 7 characters and you can do the practice. So firstly I am doing again. So firstly the parent is there and the parent phenotype, that is parent, here you can write father and mother. The phenotype for the father we can say that is tall and round, because tallness and the round shape, that is the dominant, and dwarf and wrinkled, that is the recessive character. So the genotype, that should be capital T, capital T, capital R, cross, small t, small t, small r, small r. Then the gametes. So what are the gametes? Like this. Both are the same, so I am taking only one. Then small t, small r. Then in F1 generation, what will be the F1 generation, or the what will be the progeny? Progeny means the new generation. So capital T, then small t, capital R, small r. So that is the genotype. And what will be the phenotype? The phenotype is tall and round. So all are tall and round. So in F1 generation, because this capital T is dominant over small t and capital R is dominant over small r. Now for the F2 generation, so these are the parent. So capital R, small t, capital T, small t, capital R, small r, cross. Both the parents are same and we have to do the selfing here. So the gametes, like that round and yellow we have done. So like that you have to make the gametes. Capital T, capital R, then capital T, small r. Small t, capital R, small t, then small r. Like the same gametes are there, capital T, capital R, then capital T, small r, small t, capital R, small t, small r. So these are the gametes. Now we will draw the Punnett square for the F2 generation. So the Punnett square, that will remain the same, like